Hey, it's good doing the long and awaited alien deck profile. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to be explaining everything in here, so don't worry about that. So, Alien Warrior. So when it's destroyed by battle, you can place 2 A counters on the target on the monster that destroyed this card, which is actually pretty good. And then Alien Warrior, Alien Overlord, this one, Telepath, and Alien Kid. All have effect where if an alien monster battles a punch monster, like if they attack or if you attack, their attack goes down by 300 for each A count on it. So let's say there's 6, so it'd go down by 1800 attack. So it's really quite good, and it helps get over a lot of things that is problematic. So, and then 2 Alien Overlord. So you remove 2 counters from anywhere to special him for your hand, and then once returning, place an A count on all face-up monsters your opponent controls, which does not target, so it's really quite nice. And then, like I said, it has that effect where with the A counter where loses attack equal to the number of A counters on it. So it's really quite good, and I really only like 2. I've seen some people run 3, and I've seen some people run 1. And then it also has another effect where you can only control 1 Alien Overlord at a time. So, which I get, which is why I only run 2 of it, so. But yeah. And then 2 Alien Omnite. Now, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that, but, for 2 of this, but, here's my reason behind it. So, you run 3 of the, ACL recombination device, which, you can banish it, search out for Alien Omnite, and, you search for it, and you add it to your hand when you need it, so, which is really quite nice. And then when this is normal, you can special a level 4 Alien for your level 4 lower Alien for your graveyard, but it gets destroyed at the end of the turn, so. Which is quite nice, but like I said, I really just like 2 just because I can search for it when I need it, and then, it's there, so. Yep. And then 2 Telepath. Same thing, I really just like 2. I've seen some people run 3. The other thing, too, is I can reborn it when you need it, so it's just good multiple different ways at 2, so. And then 1 Alien Kid. Now, I thought about running 2 of this, and then I did more testing with it, and like I said, you can just search it off recombination if you need to, or dump or pitch it with recombination, so either way you'll get it into your hand or to your grave, so yeah. So that's basically it for all the monsters. I know it's kind of a short amount of monsters, but they serve their purpose, and they're good. So now for the spell lineup, which is quite a big lineup. So 3 ASO recombination device. So you can target a face-up card on the field, including your own, and then send 1 alien from your deck to your grave, and then that targets that many A counters. So let's say you send level 4, then they get 4 A counters. So, yeah. And you banish this card from your grave, except the turn that was sent, and then search for a alien, and then add it from your deck to your hand. So, which is also pretty cool, because you can combine it with this next card, Mysterious Triangle. So, what's really cool about this is that You destroy a card with an A counter, and then special a level 4 alien from your deck. So you can go enter battle phase, activate that, destroy their monster, and then you still get the swing for damage. So it's pretty cool in that type of situation. So yeah. And then 3 corruption cell A. So basically all that this does is that you place 1 A counter on a face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field. So pretty much just self-explanatory. And then A cell breeding device. So during your standby phase, you can place 1 A counter on 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. And so if you have 2 or 3 of these on the field, that stacks up really quite fast. So you can place 1 on 1 monster, and then place 1 on another monster, and then just kind of, go that way. So, and then 3 polarity, just for consistency, because I was having trouble getting aliens into my hand, and so this will really help. And then, of course, the ASO breeding recombination device also helps too. You can banish and then search. So, and then 2 code A ancient ruins. So you can remove 2 counters from anywhere, target a alien in your grave, and then special summon it. So it really helps with reborn, and then it also goes with the next card as well. So ASO incubator. So basically, when there's a counter that's removed from by a card effect, place 1 A counter on this. So it helps you just keep a constant A counter on this card. So let's say you were to remove 2 from two A counters from this for this effect. So you remove 2 and then you add 1 to each. So it just keeps, like I said, a counter count on those cards. So which makes everything a lot more live. So yeah, that's basically it for the spells. Now for the trap lineup. 3 alien brain. This card has won me so many games. It's not even funny. So, along with the next card. So let's say, you have an alien and it gets destroyed by battle. And so you just flip this, take control of your punch monster, which this does not target. And so it's like, okay, take, attack with it. So it's a lot of fun. It's really quite awesome. So yeah. And then plant pollutant virus. Let me turn my lighting just a little bit. There we go. So what this does is that you tribute a alien, destroy all face-up monsters on your opponent's side of the field, or on the field anyway. No, just on your opponent's side of the field, and without A counters. And so let's say your opponent has a build board and without A counters, and then you flip this, and it's like, okay, bye-bye to your opponent's side of the board. So it's basically a dark hole for aliens, which is quite cool. And then until the end of your opponent's third turn, place 1 A counter on each monster that your opponent summons, which is also quite nice. So, which is why this is at 2. Because you don't want to dead draw it, and it's nice when you need it. So, mass hypnosis. I'm just running 2 of that because of the same reason. It's dead when you draw into it without an alien, but it's nice to have 2 because you draw it when you need it. So, but what this does is that while you control an alien, you can target up to 3 cards, like monsters your opponent controls, and with A counters, and then take them until end of turn. And so you can win so many games off of this. It's like, oh yeah, take 3 monsters, string for game. It's like, well, crap. So, this, like I said, I've won so many games off this. I mean, yeah, I can get Twin Twister and stuff like that, but if your opponent doesn't have an answer to it, yeah, you're gonna win that turn. So, and then for last 4 traps, 3 strikes, and 1 warning. So, just staple. I think with strike, it's made some of my decks better. Decks better. That, you know, it's really, really quite good. So, it's basically a staple in like anything right now. It's definitely made my Crispies better, as well as putting strike in it. So, which I'll be profiling this after Aliens. So, and spoiler, but I'm gonna be taking Crispies to YCS Dallas if I do get a chance to go. So, which would be freaking hilarious. So, but for extra deck, Mystic Radiant is you can use Alien Warrior to make it. So, if you have to, so yeah, and then Cosmic Fortress Gogar. This card has also won me games too. So once returned, you can select any number of face-up spells or traps, or return them to the owner's hand. And then distribute 8 counters among the number of face-up cards that were returned by that effect. And so let's say there's 4 spells and traps that were returned. And so let's say your opponent has 2 monsters, you can put 2 on one and 2 on the other. So it's really, really quite cool. And then Brio, which has also won me games. And now I'm sure you guys are thinking, how can you make Brio in Aliens? Well, Omnite plus this. That's 5. Omnite would be 6. So, yeah. So, that's how you make Brio. But yeah, that's basically it for the Alien deck profile. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll catch you all for the duels tomorrow. Alright, later guys.